So this is the Ninja IO Legacy world editor, and I'll be demonstrating how to add a terrain mesh. So first of all, you go to the tools panel and then you select the triangulation tool. And then what you'll do is hold down the shift key and then start clicking. And as you can see, this will add what appears to be line sections. But actually, every time you click, you add a vertex, and all these vertices will be connected the moment you let go of the shift key and click. So let me demonstrate. So I keep clicking. I also add some vertices on the inside, because this will allow us to properly color the mesh later. So okay, now I let go of the shift key, and now I click, and as you can see, a new mesh has been triangulated. And the next step that you will want to take is to select this mesh and then go to the graphics panel and then assign it a mesh group ID. In this case, let's just name it ground 1. This is our first ground section. And another thing you might want to do is to make sure that it's actually a textured mesh. It should be by default, but just make sure that it actually is. And then select a texture. For instance, let's pick this one. Doesn't matter. And as you can see, the textures are still a bit messy, so they don't really align well. And what we actually want to do is make this like a seamless texture. So next thing we do is while holding the shift key, you click on any of the triangles in the mesh. And then while you hold the shift key, and once you have the triangle selected, you then right click with the mouse and then start moving the mouse a bit. And as you can see, it scales the mesh, and it properly creates a seamless effect. And then once you have the desired zoom, you let go, and as you can see, it now looks a lot better. So the next step you want to take is, before you test anything, obviously you need a spawn point. So you click on the new button in the game object section, and then you click on the map. So we add a new game object, and this is just an empty game object. It has a checkered pattern, just to indicate that something is there, but that it's neither physics nor graphics. And then you go to the attributes panel, and by the way, the attributes panel will automatically open when you select a game object. So select the newly added game object, and then you can see there's a whole bunch of attributes. For now, we only need to player spawn. And then you click add, and you can see it added new player spawn. And these attributes properties will be explained some other time. So now we have a section of terrain, a nicely triangulated mesh. And one thing that might be missing is some coloring that we want to add to this mesh. And for this, we go back to the tools section, and then we select the coloring tool. And then we click on any of the vertices in the mesh. For instance, we click here, and then we move the vertex panel to the side. And then, as you can see, the color starts to change based on our selection. And then you just, while holding the mouse down, you just slide it like a brush. And as you can see, you can add the selected color to the vertices that you slide over, or drag over rather. And for instance, perhaps you want to add some green tint to the top, so you go to the green color here and you start adding it here. So now we have a basic piece of terrain, very simple, and we have a spawn point which is required. Without a spawn point you cannot really properly test a map. So then we go to File, Test, and then we select, for instance, dead match. Generally, it's just good to select a dead match for any simple testing that you're doing. Okay. And as you can see, it will open the new map in a different tab, and then you select a weapon like you always do, and here we are. This is our new map with a piece of terrain. So I hope this explains some basics, and I'll see you in the next video where I'll be explaining other aspects of map development.